What's up, my peoples? I am Gandhi, and today is Gandhi's Thoughts number 21. I have a lot of energy because my allergies are finally starting to fade away. Farewell. And yesterday, I'm going to get this out of the way now. Yesterday, I went to get my hair cut at like 5 o'clock, and it's my buddy's little sister, and she ended up nicking me in the side of the head, so that's out of the way. Insecurity out there, so I don't want to see anyone being like, oh, does he have a bald spot? Yes, I got nicked, all right? Relax. We get it. I still like the haircut, though. Today we have a kind of a long show. And the reason we have a long show is because I have a lot to discuss. As everyone knows, the Halo 4 Bulletin got posted last night. I do believe, I think it was last night. The Bulletin got posted last night. So there's a lot of stuff in there that I have to cover, including the CSR, which is basically ranks, the algorithm with that and all that, and then the 4SK, and also Josh actually went in depth and explained about how he presented Halo 4 with, the wheelchair picture and all that, and he explains it very, very well, so we're going to get some clarification on that. But anyways, before I get started, I have a graphic. I have two graphics being made. The first one is going to have this with Gandhi's Thoughts on the side, which is on the side, but then the other one is going to have two web boxes. And so the point of having two boxes is that I'm going to be able to bring in players, especially AM players, like players from Team Faded and Legacy and stuff like that. I'll be able to bring them on here and interview them, so we're able to know their fucking face, right? Because this scene is so under the radar now that it's time to, just kind of push it. And in order to do that, it's really on me at this point to really start bringing light to players because I'm an interviewer. That's what I do. Moving forward, let's talk about, so I don't really know how to phrase this accurately, but essentially I played 4-Shot Kill last night, and I have to say it was awesome. I was one of the first people to catch the throw a stone directly at its face because I was like, I don't trust it. I don't like the idea of it. I'm not sure if, changing the damage settings is the right thing to do, right? But I played it. Now, the big thing that is apparent to me with 4-Shot Kill is the fact that people get punished for sprinting. It really negates sprinting in every way, shape, and form. If you're sprinting around the map, you're gonna get destroyed. And plus, the rate of fire, right, is so much faster because since there's a 4-shot kill, you kill people in about 1.3 seconds. Like, it's very, very fast, which is really good because that's skillful. So you're awarded for good positioning. Another things we like. That's things we like in the competitive scene, right? Because then it really becomes positioning. It's not like you get to sprint out of battle because it takes 1.73 seconds to kill someone with a 5-shot BR, right? There's no more of that. With the 4-shot, people die quick, and then when it actually promotes teamwork as well because if you can kill someone in 1.3 seconds, right, and you're working with someone, that's you can wipe out an enemy in what is that, like, so 0.6 seconds? That's crazy. That's wild. Like, that promotes teamwork, but also it helps individuals. So if you're not with the best team, you're able to kind of carry games. Like Maven last night was on fire. He was host though as well. So host is a little bit better with the 4-shot kill, obviously, but he was on fire last night and he was kind of carrying us through a lot of the games. So it was fun to see. But I want to talk about it because it's a dilemma, right? The big thing with 4-shot kill isn't the fact that, it's not just because we don't want to change the damage settings. It's because we want to work with 343. Like, at the end of the day, we really want to be on the same page as them. So straying away from the game, the basics of the game more, isn't exactly what we're looking to do, right? Like, that's why it was such a big deal for Ghostayami and everyone else to, keep the 5-shot, not change the damage settings, right? Like, that's a very, very big deal for everyone because the main thing about that is we have to keep somewhat of a casual audience. So if we present to, 343 and we go, hey, listen, here is 4-shot kill gameplay. We were wondering if you could change the BR and tune it up, give it a buff to where it is a 4-shot kill. Because that's going to do a couple things. The first thing that's going to do is we're going to be able to go back to everyone being able to pick loadouts, right? But not like loadouts with like armor abilities and stuff off the beginning. Relax. That's never going to happen. But what I'm saying by that is if we have a buffed BR, right? Like it's stocky, like it's jacked, it's all roided up, right? If we have a buffed BR, that's going to be able to destroy the DMR, right? Like everyone knows, like the DMR is going to become non-existent, right? Like some people may use it, sure, yeah, def. We get it. You're good. But other people are going to keep using that BR, and it's going to just destroy it. So then we can have, light rifle. You can have options off the beginning. You can have light rifle, carbine, BR, DMR, right? Every good player is going to pick the BR, and that's gonna help a lot. Now, the big problem here, though, is because I was talking to Ghostoyami, and he was saying essentially that the reason he didn't use 4-shot kill, besides the fact that he wants to try to work with 343 as much as possible, is the simple fact. It is the simple fact that from mid to long range, it's basically a coin. It's a 50-50 chance whether or not you get the 4-shot or not. Now, he said that there's been people, his little minions have done copious amounts of testing on this, and on people standing still, on people walking with good shots, yada yada yada. That mid to long range, it's 50-50 chance. Now, close range, however, it's better, but it's still not 100% chance, right? So it's probably more like 80-20, 70-30 percent chance that you get the 4-shot. So the big thing with that is you don't want to have any random events that can alter the outcome of a game. You don't want to have those in a competitive setting. You want it as a staple as much as humanly possible. Now, I know it is better. Like, I honestly do believe, even with that random factor, that the 4-shot kill is still better. But the thing is random factor there is going to get annoying, especially since, the players will get used to that, and then the players have something to complain about. Even when they miss shots, they'll be like, oh my god, this game's so broken, right? But it's because you guys broke it with the damage setting. So, do I think 4-shot kill should be it? Absolutely. Every way, shape, form about it, I believe 4-shot kill should be it. Do I believe we should do it by buffing the damage through 343? Absolutely. That's exactly what we should be going for. But the big question here is do I think that if 343 doesn't buff the BR, should we use it? And that's a tough one, man, because it's like we want to work with 343. We really do. Like that at the end all goal, we want to be hand in hand with them, and we want to say, listen, this is what works, this is what doesn't work. We want to establish a good connection, not just like me as in like or like go beyond entertainment. I'm talking about the community itself. The community has a humongous voice, because regardless of what people think, like it's still alive. I mean, Pittsburgh just sold out in like 3 hours. AGL, so that's sick, right? Like we're still alive by all means. But so the community has a voice, and if we can work with them, and then Halo 5, and then for whatever reason Halo 5 comes out and they go back to like their grassroots because of us, or because we've put so much emphasis in, then we've definitely changed everything. We've altered the outcome of a tragedy, and that is something that everyone can be like, I was a part of that. That was our fight. We fought tooth and nail to get rid of armor abilities, right? Like that's amazing to say, to be a part of that. But so I think, however, though, it'll come a time where if 343 says, we don't want to buff the BR because of this, we don't want to do this, sorry. I think when it comes down to the decision if tournaments should use 4-shot kill or not, I would have to say I think yes. I think at the competitive scene, I'm not talking about anytime soon. I think come summer, if we don't have a 4-shot kill BR by like July, right? I would say July should be the cutoff. If we don't have a 4-shot kill BR by July, I would say tournaments start using 4-shot kill. And it sucks because it's going to tailor us away from like all the progress we're making with Team Throwdown. But I from the little bit I played, it's a much better game. People get punished for being in bad positions. That makes the casting better. That makes teamwork better. That makes strategies actually exist, which is something we haven't been able to say for quite some time. And so that's kind of like my spin on the whole four-shot kill. For now, I think the settings we have in Throwdown are the best, but I do really enjoy four-shot kill, and I really hope that 343 for whatever reason can come together and say, let's buff this BR, and then we're in a great position. Um, so let's talk about the Halo 4 bulletin. I don't know the technical name for it, so relax. We get it. Let's talk about this Halo 4 bulletin. The first thing that sticks out is the simple fact they discussed ranks. Now, the ranks get broken down into, individual and team-based, right? So I'm only going to talk about the one that affects us, which is the competitive community. I'm not going to talk about anything else. The competitive community is basically Team Throwdown, right? And we all know that. But so some of what kind of, algorithm they're using is essentially a win-loss. That's it. It doesn't matter about your individual skill. It doesn't matter about how you do. It only matters if you win or lose the game. This is essentially the Halo 2 model. So if you lose a couple games, you're going to lose your rank, right? And you're going to be able to see that little bar progress, and you're going to be like, oh my God, how much did I lose? Let's see. Fuck, I got to win like 7 games, right? Because that's how it was on Halo 2, which I know most of you guys are like, what is this, right? But that's essentially what it is. So you're not going to worry about people being stat whores. You're not going to worry about people just going in there and only caring about themselves, because you know what, as soon as you join in there, if you guys lose the game, they're rest in pieces, right? Like, they get a loss. They lose points towards their rank. They can actually lose a rank going towards the 50. That is awesome. Quitters actually have been addressed. Unfortunately, there's already like a ban system involved in the game, but it's like you have to quit out of a lot of games to get a leaver penalty. So I know a lot of people are like, this isn't really the best for us, but it doesn't matter. The only thing you can be happy about is the simple fact that if someone leaves a game, like if someone quits out, they get, in Team Throwdown, again, I'm not talking about other playlists, they get a loss. So if you win 3v4, you guys get the win, but that person who quit out does not get rewarded for his team technically winning the game because he quit out. So it could be, 48-47, you guys have the lead, he quits out, and you're like, what the fuck is this guy's deal, right? But you know what? You guys you're going to get that win. So you're going to get XP, he's going to be punished. That's good. That is a good thing. Now, but it is that I personally think that there's going to be a lot of bitching, right? And the reason there's going to be a lot of bitching is because when you join Team Throwdown by yourself, you're going to have good games where your team loses and you're going to lose rank. And people are going to go on the Halo Waypoint forums and go, oh my God, I do the best I can, but I get matched with these idiots. Well, you know what? Welcome to reality, motherfucker. You're going to go to tournaments, and if you team with idiots, which most people do for whatever fucking reason, they don't know how to form a goddamn team, you're going to lose, and you're going to waste money, right? That's it. Don't play by yourself. Here's my warning to everyone right now. When ranks come out, which is April 8th, which is this coming up Monday, when ranks come out, don't play Throwdown by yourself. Avoid it at all costs. That's that. Get a team. That's how it's going to happen. That is essentially how it's going to get broken down. You know why? Is because you're going to get matched. They didn't put, 343 didn't put anything in there about, parties of 4s only getting matched versus parties of 4s, right? So you can join and be, by yourself with Johnny Appleseed and Paul Bunyan and his Blue Ox playing against, Pulse Ambush, and you're going to get the dick, right? Like, you're going to get the mean dick. That's life. So I'm telling you right now, April 8th when it comes out, get a team. Only get a party of people. I got my party of people. Everyone knows my party of people. And you're going to run games like that. And because, if you're going to go by yourself, it is going to be super, super frustrating. I'm letting everyone know now. Like, it's going to be a big pain in the ass to go by yourself. Now, should you never join by yourself? No. You should definitely still be playing by yourself. That makes the most sense, right? Um, but just beware. Just don't complain. Expect to get matched with idiots. This is something that's been in League of Legends. This is something that's been in the past with Halo 2. But the good thing about this ranking system is now, since it's win and loss, that's for Team Throwdown, you're going to have people who are trying their ass off at all times. And that's awesome. Now, of course, you're going to have those bad eggs in the bunch who are going to, join the game and just quit out and things of that sort. But who cares about them, right? Like, for the better, this is a big forward push for the competitive scene, which is badass. So, big round of applause to 343 for that. The other thing about the ranks is 343 decided that everyone, it's not going to go based off of your previous record. So everyone at the beginning of this game, on April 8th, actually, everyone at the beginning of April 8th, as soon as you log on, everyone will be I guess a 0 or a 1. I guess it's technically a 1. Everyone's going to be a rank 1, right? And you can get matched up against Pulse Ambush. You can get matched up versus, Team Trash Cans, myself included. You can get matched up, versus Johnny Appleseed and Paul Bunyan. Like, it doesn't. Eventually, what's going to happen is you're going to find your place, and as you're climbing up the ranks, you're going to know what works and what doesn't work, and then you'll start, getting this sense of feeling of where you actually belong, and then you can, from there, you're able to decide how to get better, right? Like, you can go, well, I'm really stuck at a 33. Like, I need to know, like, how to get over this hump. And you know what? There's going to be content out there for you guys to get better. I know myself, Go Beyond Entertainment, all the other pros are going to be throwing out content. I would definitely be keeping my eyes on Pulse Ambush, Warriors, Ninja always, Rynoob as well. These players are going to be pumping out content about, how to get better. And now it actually matters to the casual person about how to get better because there is ranks. So, salute, motherfuckers. Another thing is that there will be Rumble Pits actually making its appearance back. It is coming back into the world. But the thing about Rumble Pit now is that Rumble Pit goes on a win-loss ratio as well. But Rumble Pit is the traditional name from the Halo 2 playlist, which is badass, right? Everyone remembers Rumble Pit. It was really fun. A lot of people played it. Karma was at the top of it. He was also at the top of, like, head-to-head boards, I want to say. But the big thing about Rumble Pit, which, might be going overlooked, is that it is using 8 maps that are in Team Throwdown, right? And it has the game types, they also have, like, Rumble Pit, BRs, which is essentially Team Throwdown. Now, what this means for us, why this is important to us, and this is why I just want to touch base on it real quick, is because this is like the gateway drug into Team Throwdown. Because Rumble Pit's going to be huge. Rumble Pit's going to have like 8 times the population that Team Throwdown has, right? But if these players start playing BRs, and they're like, oh my god, like this is so much better, like I'm not getting devoured by this guy with a DMR, right? Because everyone hates that guy with the DMR. I know I've seen it on Halo Waypoint. Everyone just bitches about the DMR, which I don't blame them because it's so overpowered. So the big thing about this is if they start liking it, and then they find out like, oh wait, like what else, what other places it's in? The only other place it's in is they're going to get directed right to Team Throwdown. Oh yeah, drink that in. Drink it all in, because that is going to be a spike in population. So it's actually looking, there's like, I know I'm like this like kid at a candy store, right? I'm like, oh my god, this is so, everything's, all these possibilities, right? But it actually is looking quite good for us. If I think there's going to be a direct correlation between Rumble Pit coming back with BRs and Team Throwdown increase in population. So we will see how that works out. Now, the next thing I want to talk about here is the guy who talked at the GDC panel, right? There's a lot. There's a lot of stuff. There's like, I got sent 3 paragraphs worth of stuff that I should be covered, but I kind of want to lead off with this one, and I kind of want to let the viewer go from there, right? So I'm going to go ahead and read it. I know I'm not Morgan Freeman, but, whatever. We'll give it a shot. So, quote, since my GDC talk, I've received a ton of feedback from the competitive community. I want you to know that we hear you, we value you, and we are going to continue to listen to your feedback and suggestions. We won't be able to implement all of them. It's just not possible with the given resources and time. But we are in this for the long haul, and you'll see our continued commitment to this aspect of our experience reflected in future projects as well as in our sustained efforts for Halo 4. So, in a nutshell, what that's getting at is that he's basically saying that he understands where we're coming from. He hears us. Our voices are no longer falling on deaf ears, which is something that's humongous for everyone because, especially for someone like me, there's no reason why I would even bother like attempting to be professional in any way, shape, and form when my, arguments and my points are just, they don't get to anyone. It's just they just kind of disappear, right? That's that, right? So that's big that they're actually paying attention to us, and it's also huge because they're in this for the long haul, and I think they're beginning to realize that hey, I think the competitive community probably has the best idea of how to keep this game growing and how to keep it sustained, right? Because if you start seeing a lot of the household names return, like if Halo 5 comes out and it's like a very, very good game, you have people like Ogre 2 returning, you have people, like Roy Lunchbox, Shockwave Evans is playing it again, like Karma's playing it, like people like that. T Squared puts down the microphone for GameSpot or GameSpy or whatever the fuck he does. People are going to see that and be like, oh, wow, I guess this game's really good. And they get a good launch for it, like the same launch they did for Halo 4, because their marketing team's flawless, right? They know what they're doing. So if they come out and they're like, it's returning to the roots, and people are like, wait, there's no more armor abilities? This is actually Halo? I have to buy this, right? That is something that I'm really looking for. Now, he also, in the other paragraphs, he basically also says that, he had to explain 3 years of developing a game in 45 minutes, so it was really tough. Let me read this real quick. So I'll read this part real quick. One of the things that I talked about was the desire to make Halo more accessible to players of all skill levels. Everyone knows this is the wheelchair. What I did a poor job of articulating because of the nature of the intended audience is the importance of balancing the needs and the desires of the hardcore Halo population that was born, bred, and breathed prior multiplayer philosophies with an approachable and open to all design style. Right there, he is basically talking directly to us. That is directly to us. That we are the hardcore competitive scene. We know that we've played every single Halo. We know what works. We know what doesn't work. Right? We don't want armor abilities, and basically what he's saying is that he did a poor job. They think that's what I'm getting from it, right? Like this is kind of like Catcher in the Rye, where like some people are like, oh my god, this book's so bad, like it tells people to kill people, right? And like no, that's so it's all up to interpretation. But what I'm getting from that is that they know that they kind of strayed away from basics, and I think it is possible that we end up returning to this old school feel of Halo in the future. So sure, it is time to kind of like get up behind there. And what's the best thing that I'm getting from this is the simple fact that our voices are being heard at a very, very large scale. And that is something that I want to say cheers to everyone out there, every single person who has posted a YouTube video, who has posted a comment on a YouTube video, who has tweeted, even the most disrespectful motherfucker out there who called them retarded, etc., etc. I don't care, right? I'm cheersing to every single one of you because you know why? Our voices were heard. And it is amazing to be a part of something like that. So salute. It's good. It feels good, doesn't it? Drink that all in. Feel it go through your body. It's good. It's nice. So that's going to do it for this show. But what I want you guys to know going forward is, one, we've made a difference. And no matter how small a voice you may think it is, apparently, it does not fall on deaf ears. The second thing is that if you are attending AGL Nashville, AGL Pittsburgh, or any event in the upcoming days, please contact me. Here's the thing, though, right? Like, I don't. Some of the people I bring on air, like I bring Ghost on air because he can actually talk. Like, please don't contact me and get on here and be fucking just an awful trash can at speaking. Like, I need you to be able to form a coherent sentence, right? Like, I need you to be able to tell me about yourself, right? Essentially what it would be is it's a one-on-one piece of me getting to know you as a player, so there's a background story so we can talk about this in the future, right? So I can be like, oh yeah, so that way when I'm casting your gameplay at Nashville or at Pittsburgh, and be like, oh yeah, this fucking guy, he hails from Pennsylvania. He's a huge soccer player, right? Like he is a fucking freak show as a soccer player, but he also finds time for this, like little tidbits like that, man. And I don't care about how much Halo you've played, but I'm going to ask you, obviously. But it's really laid back. So if you're like, so really I need Legacy number one, or Team Faded. I need Faded and Legacy and anyone else. Contact me via Twitter. If I don't respond to you, send me an email, but I should be able to respond to you. If you're attending Nashville and Pittsburgh, that's kind of like the priority list right now. Let me know, and then we'll fire up the camera, and I'll get to know your fucking ass and let everyone else know you. That is the plan. So other than that, it's gonna do it for Gandhi's Thoughts number 21. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you 343 for listening. Means a lot to us. Peace.